Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. US GDP AMP claims data analysis. http ntvforex.com news IDE 9DDCB 7/30/2022 32:28 p.m. Eurist, H1. The U.S. Advanced GDP report beat estimates with a 32.9% Q2 contraction rate that was a modestly smaller drop than feared, though it still constituted a record drop, following annual revisions that raised the real and nominal GDP levels as of Q1, but left the chain price index the same. For revisions, the 5.0% Q1 real GDP figure was left unrevised, though the prior two quarterly gains were raised to 2.4% was 2.1% in Q4 and 2.6% was 2.1% in Q3, hence leaving a stronger trajectory into Q2. There were plenty of Q2 component surprises, with the big upside surprise coming from a much weaker than assumed real import figure, where we saw a 53.4% decline. Import drops add to GDP, alongside an expected 64.1% export drop. We also saw a surprising 2.7% rise for real government purchases, instead of the widely assumed drop. The Q2 inventory figures posted the expected huge liquidation, with a $234.60 BLN inventory subtraction that left a record large liquidation rate of $315.50 BLN. We saw more modest downside Q2 surprises for the investment figures, with a 27.0% contraction rate for business fixed investment and a 38.7% for residential investment. Consumption fell 34.6% in Q2, which was a tad weaker than we assumed but was in line with market estimates. Today's GDP and claims data prompted tentative bumps to GDP forecasts to 28.0% was 31% in Q3 and 9.0% was 7.5% in Q4, and a trimming of the July non-farm payroll estimate to 2.6 million from 3.3 million. The dollar was unchanged following the data, where Q2 GDP fell a historic 32.9% and jobless claims rose another 1.434 MLN versus the 1.422 previously. Eurist sits near 1.1790, having spiked over 1.1800, and the USJP is steady at 105.15. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.